All right. Hey guys.
Hey guys. Allan
and Houstan.
Welcome back
To not jam out, but
Allan,
Houstan and Who.
Update. I know I don't really announce like what's going on in my personal life, but I wanted to tell you guys that I'm going to be getting a new job. I'll basically just tell you what it is. I'm going to be working at the post office. I did the driving training today, and I just got to do more training next week. But yeah, so I got a new job. So for those wondering, where have we been? I mean, we've been there uploading and stuff. It's just been like,
Sporadic.
Yeah, sporadic. And it may be a little sporadic as the weeks come by, but we're going to still try everything we can to still upload because we still have to do it. But I figured I'd give you guys that quick update of what's going on. And
I wanted to shout out today's video to a special friend of AJ's and mine.
okay.
We're not going to give any last names. We're just going to say first names. And if you know who you are, then we appreciate you.
Okay.
I want to shout out our friend Nicole. So for no reason, just because
Nicole,
if you're watching, we appreciate
you.
Good friend of ours outside of camera. So
I especially do, but we both do.
yes. All right. So without further ado, let's get into today's topic. We're going to be talking about a specific person or a band or something. That's what we do on yeah. It's my turn today. But that's what we do on Allan, Houstan, and Who. It's basically we talk about a specific person or band, something music related. Today, we're going to be talking about a special band.
Before we filmed this, he told me what it is, and originally I thought it was going to be CCR because he told me when we last talked about it, like we should do CCR. But then when I asked him to confirm it's CCR, he's like no, and he kind of gave me this face like
I said it could be.
I'm kind of curious of who it is.
It's an American band.
Okay.
They were very active in the 60s and 70s.
Okay.
And there are more than 3 members.
You want me to take a guess?
Take one guess.
The Doors.
All right, you ready? Today we're going to be talking about the Beach Boys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We're going like real old school this one.
Yeah. So, I guess first off, Beach Boys are one of my favorite bands, probably one of my favorite 60s bands, as well. But yeah, I love Brian Wilson, and I actually hate to admit I actually don't know the rest of their names, but
There's Dennis Wilson.
there we go.
That's all I know.
Yep.
Brian and Dennis Wilson is all I know.
And all the other guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna do some like minor research on them. So yeah, today we're gonna be talking about the boys of the beach.
I was just literally thinking of that.
Were you?
Yeah.
Why didn't you say it?
No, it's fine. You came up with it first, but I'm excited. So for those who wanted to know, Asia, do you like the Beach Boys?
He's a Beatles fan, though.
In the beginning, it's like, yeah, I can live without them. They have like good vibrations, whatever. But then it's like Kokomo, and then Little Deuce Coupe, and then Surfing Safari. Now it's like I like it. I think that I'm starting to get into like the simplistic kind of like good vibe, good time bands and artists. So when he just said the Beach Boys, like, okay, I can vibe to some Beach Boys. Like I actually like that. Like after a while of listening to like hard rock, heavy metal, and like all that aggressive stuff, it's good once in a while to like listen to some simple like Beach Boys and stuff. So I'm actually pretty excited because I want to see what other songs they have, and I'll give you guys my thoughts about them.
Appreciate it.
And then
So we'll do a little background via Wikipedia. That's our favorite site to use. So we don't own any of this, so just putting that out there. The Beach Boys are an American rock band that was formed in Hawthorne, California in 1961. The group's original lineup consisted of brothers Brian, Dennis, and Carl Wilson, and their cousin Mike Love, and their friend Al Jardine. That's a lot of people. Distinguished by their vocal harmonies, adolescent-oriented lyrics, and musical ingenuity, they are one of the most influential acts of the rock era. They drew on music of older pop vocal groups, 1950s rock and roll, and black R&B to create their unique sound. Under Brian's direction, they often incorporated classical or jazz elements and unconventional recording techniques in innovative ways. Yep, they've been going since the 60s. So, early 60s, which is fun.
Wow.
So, without further ado, we're going to do what we do best over here on Allan, Houston, and Who.
Get 5 songs, I react to them, and give my thoughts on the song.
Yep.
So.
Just got to wait for this thing. There it is. There it is. All right.
Lay me with the first song.
We're going to pick, obviously, some songs that are not well known. So I'm actually going to go, because a lot of the Beach Boys songs that are on here are their most popular, I actually have to go in via their albums and scroll all the way back. So that way we can make sure we got a song that, honestly, we've never heard of before. So today, I wanted to try something different. Let's listen to something that we've never listened to quite before. And today we're going to listen to Noble Surfer, which is on the Surfing USA album. We all know Surfing USA. It's one of my favorite songs. One of his favorite songs.
Yeah.
But it is an album. And I think what's even more crazy is there's songs that you've never even heard of on the album. And so that's why we're going to start off with our first song, Noble Surfer. It's a 1 minute and 54-second song. Huh. All right. That's our first one. So, AJ, I'm going to let you take it away.
I was actually quite impressed with this particular song. A lot of things I noticed off the bat. First thing, the guitar. The chord. I don't know who is the guitarist. Brian?
I actually think it's Dennis.
Oh, okay. Because I know Dennis plays a lot of instruments.
Oh, no, he's actually the drummer. So
Okay.
Let's see if it's Carl. He's the lead guitarist. Carl.
Okay.
So
Carl, those chords that he was playing, that syncopation type of chords he was playing, I like that. That was the first thing I noticed. It was kind of definitely, of course, beach vibe heavy, because that was what those guys were known for. I really like that. Second thing was the chorus. The way that, like, you know, it was also syncopated and in sync with the guitar chord. Like,
Yep.
Noble Surfer. I actually like that. And then the other thing that really caught my eye was the xylophone, I believe.
yeah.
That was cool. It's
one of
like,
my
wait a
favorites.
minute. They incorporated a xylophone into the song. That is really cool. Of course, like the harmonizing vocals that they do, that they're known for, of course, is classic. But definitely like the syncopated guitar chord, the syncopated chorus, and the cadence that they had with it. It was a very cool song, a very laid back and kind of like I don't know what you would call it. It's kind of like
Of what?
the way like the vibe was and the way like the rhythm it was in. Kind of like dancey a little bit.
Oh, like I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, I get what you're saying.
It was a good song. It was a good song.
What do you guys think about it? No, I'm kidding.
That's
Come
it.
on.
Supersonic hearing, and you can
Go
be able to
on,
hear.
tell us. No. So for our next song, we're gonna be finding a song called "Soul Searching," and it's by the amazing Brian Wilson.
So it's a solo.
I guess we'll find out. I believe so. Now, what's interesting about this song is that this, according to this, because, Wikipedia, we love this. Carl Wilson, he ended up dying in 1998. February 6th of 1998, to be exact. So, towards the end of Carl's life, he continued recording through the 1990s and participated in the Don Was led recordings of Brian's Soul Searching, among other songs. But let's see who Don Was is.
Was.
Don Was.
Was. I'm sorry. It's a funny name.
It's an interesting name. Don Was. Is an American musician and record producer and film director and film composer and documentary filmmaker and radio host. Wow.
What a resume that guy has.
Woo! Okay. Let's see. And he's also served as the president of the American jazz label Blue Note Records. So as if he didn't have a lot of things. So let's see. How would we know about him? Records that he's produced have sold close to 100 million albums for a wide range of artists, including the Rolling Stones, Bob Dylan, Willie Nelson, John Mayer, Wayne Shorter, Chris Christopherson, Iggy Pop, the B-52s, Brian Wilson, Elton John, Garth Brooks, and Ryan Adams. Yep, how about that? So, okay. Without further ado, everyone, we are going to get into
Soul Searching.
And we're going to find our souls.
Yeah.
It is a 4-minute song, so I don't know if we'll end up going through all of it, but... Interesting. I think can we hear him over? Not really. All right, that's halfway through the song.
That's good.
So, what are we thinking about it?
Like the first song, return of the use of xylophones.
Yep.
But I especially like the pacing of this song in particular and how everything is not rushed. It's like perfectly, in sync with everything. And, Brian Wilson's vocals on this is actually really good. Of course, that signature trademark melodic backing harmonizing vocals. I don't know if it was all him and he reverbed it or anything, or if he had other people, but it sounded great. I think there was trumpets or kazoos, I don't know, whatever. But I did definitely like the pace that this song was in. Very slow than the previous song. Very slow and mellow and just makes you want to sway your head back and forth. But yeah, how about you? Have you heard this song before?
I have not.
Okay.
All these songs I have not heard before.
So what did you think of it?
It kind of reminds me of early 50s pop music.
Right,
I like it. I don't really know how to explain it. I kind of thought Brian's vocals would not go to such a high pitch as he ended up doing.
Right.
But honestly, he has a pretty well-rounded voice.
Especially for that song.
Yeah.
Just all around, but especially this song, it was actually really spot on. Very melodic. It sounds more deeper.
Well, this is in the 90s.
Okay.
Compared to most of their stuff was in the 60s.
For the 90s, his voice definitely aged pretty good. It never really was bad. Never fell off. Never really lost the range that he had. So it was good.
Sweet. So let's see what we can uncover. Very best of the Beach Boys. We don't want to stick to something like that. We want to kind of listen to something that most people have not heard from the Beach Boys. So we are going to go with let's see. Perfect. Now, to my best knowledge, this song, this album is kind of a revival of the Beach Boys. It was released on June 5th of 2012. It was produced by Brian Wilson. It was recorded to coincide with the band's 50th anniversary. It is their first studio album since 1996's Stars and Stripes Volume 1. So it was like a revival. It's their 29th studio album. It is called That's Why God Made the Radio. And if I remember correctly, I don't think it did too well, but I could be wrong. Let's see. B. Okay, it did moderate. It didn't do too bad. Kind of in the middle, it seems.
Right.
Metacritic rated at 64. So
out of 100.
Out of 100.
I thought it would be.
Like I said, it's middle of the road, a little bit. It's still great, but it's not the greatest.
I would think because it would be a revival for the band. People would think, oh my gosh, they would be so pumped. But I guess not a lot of people thought it was the best.
I'm surprised too. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna listen to the song that started the album. Think About the Days. So here we go, AJ. We're going to think about the days.
All right, 1 second.
When we listen to this song, we have to think about the days when the Beach Boys were still making music in the 60s. I don't know.
So what's the song called?
Thinking About the Days. This is the title track to the Revival album. It's sad.
It's good though.
It is. Huh. And that's it.
That was it?
Yeah, that was it. It's 1 minute.
Oh, okay. How long was the song?
1 minute and 27.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
There was just an instrumental.
First of all, I just want to say that's the saddest doo-doo-doos I've ever heard.
So for the first ever, like, I guess, instrumental of the Beach Boys I think I ever heard, there may be more out there. You know, let us know in the comments. To my knowledge, I would know them for, like, them singing. But for that, man, I was blown away by the first, like, few seconds of those killer, iconic, like, harmonizing backing vocals. It's, of course, shedding light to the old school way that the Beach Boys would, you know, throw down with those vocals for harmonizing background vocals. But definitely it sounds more newer. This was released, what, 2012?
Yep.
So it definitely sounds like something that would be freshly new, and it was something that I think I've never heard before. Like, out of all the Beach Boys songs I've heard, like, so far in this episode, and even just of all time, something very different. Like, I've never in a million years heard them use a piano the way that they did. It sounds like something like more soulful and soft, poppy. You know, it definitely blew me away because I was thinking, like, wow, like, you know the Beach Boys is like, you know, like the poppiest, like, surf vibe, like, you know, girl loving band ever.
Yeah.
So hearing that, and then, like, you go back and listen to, like, Surfin' Safari or Little Deuce Coupe, it's something different. That's all I gotta say. How about you?
I like how it was very, like, orchestral. I like that. It was a lot of fun. It was like a different spin on the Beach Boys than I kind of remember hearing a lot of.
Right.
Like, because I usually listen to a lot of, like, the 60s stuff. But yeah, no, I liked it. You know, it was a good revival. I mean, obviously you had to kind of come back on pretty strong terms, kind of blow people away. And I think they did that. So, yeah, so that was interesting. Up next, we are listening to Little Deuce Coupe, the album.
I was just gonna say,
we got his hopes up.
Damn it. Like, I love the song.
Yep, so that song is actually the title track. It's the first one in the album. So what we're going to do is we're going to do the opposite, and we're going to listen to the last song in that album called Custom Machine. So let's listen to it, everyone.
Only it was Little Deuce Coupe, but oh day.
It's not a long song, though. Oh, yeah. All right. So what do you think about it?
Definitely right back to the good old Beach Boy style. You know, I love the part stepped on the gas. You know, I kind of like that. It kind of had a little swagger in there know that I'm the shit and everything. But of course, I mean, we've said it like many times in the previous songs. Really spot on with that formula of having those perfect harmonizing background vocals. and just you
could really hear it this time.
You really could hear it. You really could hear it, and like, of course, the drum beat's the same, but that's what was popular. That's what was like really like punchy and not punchy, but really make you want to dance type of thing. And that was the template for like that. And
so why didn't you dance?
I kind of was.
Yeah.
I was doing this in my head. I should have stepped on my gas. But nah, it was good. I mean, to hear that formula that the Beach Boys have versus that last song from their like comeback, but to like kind of zap back to like
66.
To 66 in their prime. I think like what in their prime has to be them in their prime. And hearing that,
it's pretty cool.
So,
I will say before we. Well, actually, let me do my.
Yeah, do yours.
I really like the composition of the song. I like pretty much exactly what he said. What I will say is I am kind of curious to see like what this car actually looks like. He said a Corvette grill. But one thing that really kind of stood out to me is he says that everything is chrome. And now this is kind of like a little funny part.
Okay.
If you want to follow at home. Go on to any music app and go 30 minutes into the song when I say 3, 2, 1, and me and AJ will go and do that on our end. Let me know what he says that everything is chrome, including. Listen to this. I heard something else. All right, so. I heard a special D word being used.
I think it's Jack.
Everything is chrome, including my...
Jack?
Let's see what it actually says.
Probably Jack.
It definitely sounded like he said a D word.
I feel like a lot
Everything is chrome, even my Jack. Okay.
So I feel like...
When I first heard that, I was like, what?
What? Well, if you think about it, when you really look about it, like, you know...
When you like chrome...
Not only the Beach Boys, but a lot of those bands, they subliminally were throwing stuff referencing, you know, because that's what got the attention of so many screaming women.
Yeah.
You know, that they were so clever back then. I don't think we'll like be able to hear that ever again. Like, you know, with that line.
Yeah.
It's like clever because it most likely is referencing what I feel like we're referencing.
Well, what's really clever is the last song on our list. Let's take a listen. This is a song I have never heard before, and I think I just almost cut myself with something. But, all right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, last song.
I knew you were going to play this.
Woohoo!
I love this song.
This is a song we both know.
Yeah, it's Little Deuce Coupe.
Yep.
You actually played it.
Of course I was going to play it.
This has become a good song.
Everyone was tearing up when I didn't play it the last time.
Mostly me.
I know. Everyone was crying because you were crying.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Classic. I mean, as soon as I heard the first few words and that rhythm going, I knew that was Little Deuce Coupe Bomb. So believe it or not, on kind of a backstory, a little bit of how I discovered this song. I had on YouTube Music, thanks to him, he got me onto YouTube Music, and you know, it plays songs and it'll play other songs based on that song. And I was really in the mood for like a 50s, like late 50s, early 60s type of vibe. So I think I played, what was it? Hey Little Cobra by the Ripcords. I was playing that, and then I heard this song. I was like, who is this? I'm like, is that the Beach Boys? So I looked at it, and it was Little Deuce Coupe by the Beach Boys. I'm like, I fucking love this song. I just like, just everything about the Beach Boys. They're starting to grow on me where it's like, they're a band who encapsulates, perfect harmonies, charting pop songs, just everything. And that song, to me, is one of those reasons why they were known for what I just said. So definitely a good song and one of my new favorites.
For me, honestly, I like the song. I don't really know how else to add to it. He showed me it. With Beach Boys, I've actually gone down a rabbit hole where I've actually been just putting on Beach Boy radios on YouTube Music and then just kind of listening to it. So I figured it wasn't one of those things where I was like, you know what? Let me talk about Beach Boys, or let me listen to Beach Boys just so I can do it for an Allan Houston and Who. It was actually more of that I have been listening to it, and it was the first thing that was in my head. It was not planned initially that I would be doing Beach Boys. It was just because they've been in my head for so long that, that was why. So hopefully that adds some context. It was a lot of fun. We listened to a lot of songs we didn't know, except for the last one. We didn't know that one. But that's what we do over here. We like listening to new songs, and hopefully you'll go and check it out as well. These are what we believe are underrated hits. So yeah. Anyways, guys, anything you wanted to add?
Yeah, I really actually enjoyed this Allan Houston Who. Really took me off guard when you said we're gonna be doing the Beach Boys. Like, all right, I didn't expect it, but I was, I'm glad that excuse me, we did the Beach Boys. I'm probably I already kind of have some ideas of who I might do. There's like 3 or 4 bands, and they're like different genres, like maybe some heavy bands, maybe some bands that but there might be some other songs. It's kind of like the Jimi Hendrix. You guys will see. That may come around again. Again, we're with my schedule and then with his schedule, we're gonna still try our best to still upload everything that you guys like. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. We hope you guys did enjoy this Allan Houston Who. So as always, I am Allan.
And I am Houston. Oh, I almost. And we will see you guys later
In the next one.
Bye, guys.